This is the engine one. How many do we have? Oh, 15. 1,500 horsepower. Look at that bad boy. That's a big old crankshaft. Wow. This is really cool.
HP, horsepower.
And that, so we only have one motor. That's it.
No. Motors and engines on a sub are very different.
More than one, I think.
Yeah. But I'll explain that in a second, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, motors and engines on a submarine are very, very different. Yeah, come on in, guys. Have some of you guys come over here. Yeah. Well, you have to get a yes or no from your parents.
Then where are they?
I'm not your parent. I'm your uncle. You have to ask your mommy or your daddy.
Speaking of mom and dad, where are
I think they're back there looking at that cool motor.
I hate it when this boat rolls. Remember I warned you guys I want to get the Portland Spirit?
Dad?
Oh, because the waves come and make it like, you can feel it way better than we can. I can hardly feel that until you brought it up.
I'm watching your guys' hair.
Right? That's all day. Do you get that when you sleep? Like,
You can, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're in a littoral area during a storm, you will get tossed out of your rack.
right?
If you're at 500 feet, you may not feel it.
Oh, there's some stuff back there.
Time, everybody?
100, yes.
All right.
It was the tail.
Okay. All right, guys. Now this is maneuvering. This is the gas pedal. This is pretty much where Scotty's going to work. 3 engines that you walked right by. There was one to port, one to starboard, one that was right under your feet. Each one of them is a big 1,500 horsepower Fairbanks horse. Now these engines exist for one reason: electricity. Mainly for what's behind this bulkhead. 2 3,200 horsepower electric motors.
Yikes.
Remember what I said about engines and motors being something very different on a boat? Those are ours. Now, there's a problem though. But this is where things start to get cute. So I'll explain the cute and the problem. These engines can not only provide electricity for the electric motors, they also provide general electricity and charge the batteries. We only need one of our 3 engines to do it. We've been able to do that since at least 1947. Hybrid cars are a joke. But here's the problem. They're loud. Sound unfortunately does travel 4 times better through the water than it does through the air. And these engines can kill your hearing and do it in less than 20 minutes permanently. They're going to find us fast.
Do you start these motors ever? Or are they
No.
pretty much
No,
non-commissioned?
they're one of them's completely shredded. They're gone.
Yeah, well, I see one out of the caps. All right.
What about that thing with the wheel?
And those are for pumps, sweetheart. I'm not sure which ones, but they still work. Now, if we shut these engines off, here's where we become even better than a new boat. Because we are a stealthy, sneaky, ninja assassin little kitty cat. You never know we're there till we pounce on you. You blinked. Or Jaws music instead of a fin coming through the water. If you were
God, I don't like that.
You're not gonna find us. Nuke boats downshift like semis. All right, any other questions?
How fast are knots?
21 knots.
Can
Nope.
How you supposed to turn? How you turn on the engines?
Well, you can turn on the engines at 3 different locations, but the only one that I know of that still you can see is actually by the engine itself.
That these boats can run solely electric.
Solely
completely.
electric. Well, we're
Engine.
always running electric.
Has a
But we can run with the diesels, we can run with the batteries, we can run with a combination of the two. It just depends on how much power we have or what we're doing. 'Cause if we're trying to get out of an area, you can bet everything's on the same transfer.
This is
How many people are usually back in here?
This area alone, probably more like 4 or 5. There were 2 other chairs here in the photograph.